Hello. Welcome back to the Yuri Armor podcast. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, but a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have come my way, and for some reason, tonight was the night I felt the need to sit back down and give y'all a little more of me. Our Twitch channel is a little different. It's now a company Twitch channel. I don't know how I feel about that. We might be switching it here soon, but for now, we're live streaming under Falco. I think the last time I did one of these was, maybe a year ago. Could have been a year ago, maybe more, maybe less. I deleted all my older podcasts, and I re-released a select few, but a lot of it, I don't know. I couldn't decide. It's been a lot. A lot has happened since the last time we've spoken, or I've spoken. A lot has happened. I don't know how much I'm going to go into everything. Really, I just kind of wanted to break the ice again, and you're like a familiar ex-girlfriend, but you haven't reached out to her in a bit, and you kind of gotta send that maybe first text, maybe she responds, maybe she doesn't. It's kind of awkward. That's kind of what I'm doing here with y'all, is breaking the ice. Let's see what happens. Let's see how I feel. Let's see how this episode comes out, and maybe it'll be part of a nightly routine. I think I need a nightly routine. I really do. And I have a bad routine of leaving my velos around where they're not within reach. Oh, so last time we spoke, I was in a house. I was living in a house with two roommates in East Nashville, Tennessee. I'm still in Tennessee, Nashville. I think the last time we spoke, I maybe had some hard things to say about it. Wasn't a big fan, but it's growing on me. I'm currently living in a new spot. That through the window there is Belmont University, so I'm closer to a school with some studious children. I'm living in my aunt's condo. She was nice enough. She reached out and offered me a place to stay here. The rent is definitely a lot cheaper, and I definitely have a little more space to kind of kick my legs up. So that's been a plus. The location's cool. I'm on 12 South, Nashville. If someone really hates me and they can kind of, use the campus and then that street I just said to kind of narrow down exactly where I live, but I don't think I have any haters quite yet. Have made, some friends. I got a buddy in the building. Met a buddy through some car meets and stuff. I've been going to closer to my work friends. What I'm doing for work is, I don't know if that's changed too much. Last time I was working for my uncle's company. I now do the marketing and stuff for that company, social media, like Facebook videos and stuff like that. And I've begun the journey of starting my own company, Falco. That's what we're streaming under. It stands for Fast Asset Liquidation Company. And because falcons are the fastest in the bird genus, species, I came up with that. ChatGPT came up with the logo, but it was pretty cool, so I kept it. Actually, I got some business cards. These are still on my desk. I mailed 300 of them out the other day. Essentially, I'm trying to help sell stuff that's really hard for people to sell, and that's where I kind of see some money being. This is my card. That shit's fucking sick. Don't tell me any different. But right now, I think I think I have an auction license, and nobody really auctions boats. And when I look on Facebook Marketplace, I see boats that are worth homes, you know, and people auction homes all the time. I'm like, how can I break into the boat auction industry? Doesn't exist. I really want to auction everything, but right now I was like, I'll start with boats since there's no competition. So I'm helping, my mic is about to fall. I'm helping marinas, you know, like places where they store boats. I'm helping them get rid of their boats that I guess fall behind on. Is my stream full size? I feel like we're miniature sized. Oh, that's gonna irk me. I'm gonna fuck that up. I think we're good. They have boats that like fall behind on their slip payments and can't get a hold of them. Boats taking up space. They're not getting money, and so I've identified a niche where I'm gonna come and like auction the boat. Guaranteed 2 weeks. I'll market it. Blah blah blah. I have an auction partner, like a platform in Nashville, pretty big company. So I'm doing it. I've begun the journey. It's not as easy as it seems. You can't just buy cool Falco business cards and like hand them out like you're the motherfucking man. Like, granted, you know, I went a little old school on them. I sat down and I called every single marina in the state. I just like found a list somewhere and I just went through and I got it on a database. I was like, you know, name, who did I talk to, status, how comfortable were they with the idea, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I just went through and phoned every single one of them. And then I followed up. I hand wrote like 300 mailers, like little handwritten envelopes, like to the person who I talked to, you know, from Pat Armor, Falco. And I sent them a flyer that's like, tired of, you know, this boat, you know, call Falco. And that's a business card. Today, actually, I got a call this afternoon. Some lady said she was asking around to other marinas about how they deal with problem boats. And some dude sent her the flyer. And she called me from it. So I think that's a pretty good start, honestly. Like, that's cool. You know, it's cool. That's cool. Have I made any money yet? No, you know, but I think, you know, just talking to people, it sounds like, you know, they have an issue. It's causing them a headache and it's causing them money and they want help. And I think that's like, you know, if you want to start a company, it's like find a problem, bring a solution, you know, and now I just got to make sure that my solution goes scotch free, you know, no trouble, no road bumps, no nothing. Just execution. But you know that everything. It all sounds good. You know, it sounds like, wow. You know, he's got this new place. It's cool. You know, it's he has his company. You know, Pat, you sound like you're doing okay. But reality is, it's like, you know, it feels even harder now. Like than like, I mean, I guess actually no, I'll take that back. It's not harder now. I just still feel like I'm like still like slumped, you know? Like I got the wheels turning a little bit, but really like recently for me it's just been like I'm slumped. Like I feel like I'm like falling behind on like, you know, my responsibilities, which I am. It's not like I feel like it, it's like I am, you know. My I go through like phases, like my place is spotless and then it goes through like a perpetual chaos of just like undone laundry, fucking dishes in the sink, you know, and then it's like I fall behind, it adds up, and then one day I just like break. I'm like, all right, everything done now, you know, but there's no consistency. I know we've talked about consistency before, and I am not good at it. That's the truth. I'm really, really, really bad at it. Haven't been to the gym in like God knows how long. Instagram likes to remind me of that. Like I feel like my feed nowadays is just like dudes trying to tell me to like get on some fucking, what are they, peptides and fucking juice and fucking just get fucking shredded, you know. But man, I can't even get in the gym. Maybe that stuff makes you want to get in the gym. Maybe that's like the secret, you know. But at this point, can't get in the gym. Can barely do the work I need to do, and can barely get out of bed most mornings, honestly. And And that's not really the mindset you need when you're trying to start a company. You know, when you have a cool business card, I feel like the responsibility of having a cool business card is also the responsibility that, you know, you're ready to take care of yourself and ready to take care of, like, take on the responsibility of living. And I feel like I'm in over my head, you know, because I don't feel like I am taking on the responsibility of living. You know, it's actually like something I hate and like I like avoid. You know, like I still fuck off. I've been fucking off a little more recently, and maybe it's just like self destruction pattern. Knock the mic off. I'm moving around too much. The camera, my bad. But it feels like I don't know, and maybe it's just an era of mine, you know, like a Taylor Swift era, and I need to like write some music about it, which I have actually. I have been writing more, but it's just it's been weird. It's been weird, and I feel like I'm in a weird spot, you know. And if I lock in, like I'm close, you know, I'm not close. Like it's not like right out of reach. It's like, you know, if I set my fucking foot down, put a little consistency and a little effort into whatever I'm doing, whether it's just like the basics, you know, maybe something would actually get going. And it just doesn't seem like I can do that. And I don't know if it's because I'm scared of like the increased responsibility that would bring if like, wow, things actually get moving, like you actually start doing something, then you actually have to like own up to the life. Or if it's just like I don't think I deserve it. Granted, like I want it, you know, we all want it. I want it. I've always wanted it. I like tell people I want it, but it's just like can't do it, you know. At least not in this current moment right now. But I think that's where this, you know, me sitting here and talking this like came from. I really do. Like I think I'm not thinking. It's not like I think. Like I came home today. I bought some fucking Chipotle on the way home. I drove around a little longer on the way home just to like drive around and be a nuisance. And then I get back and I just sit on my fucking phone. I didn't even eat my burrito. I just left it in my fucking backpack. I sat on the couch, watched some YouTube on the TV, and then I like took a shower, got out of the shower, fucking laid in my bed and just scrolled on my fucking phone for like, dude, I think it was like 2 hours. I used to like, you know, first thing I would do when I came home, and this wasn't too long ago. This is probably right in the middle of now and the last time y'all saw me on like one of these things. It was like I get home. The first thing I did when I got home is I changed immediately. Change it to some like running gear. And I go out, put my AirPods in, fucking grind out a bitch of a run, you know. And I would like make sure I ran a route with like a big hill, so I could just go run through a fucking hill. And then come back, shower, tidy up a bit, cook some fucking dinner. You know, I'd cook. Haven't cooked in a fucking minute. I'd fucking cook dinner, eat dinner. Maybe then I'd like watch a little YouTube while I ate. God forbid. God forbid a man has a hobby. And then, you know, I don't know what else I did. I'd like lock in, or maybe yeah, I'd lock in. I lost my train of thought. I would fucking work, whether it was like Falco, you know, like I was building like an automation system, or if it was before Falco, I was doing something else like fucking like tokenization, you know, and like I would sit there and study a little bit, get done, and like go to bed at like 9:30. And I had a good little run of it, you know. I was doing pretty good, but not anymore. Actually, I can't tell you the last time I did that. You know, it's like, And it's weird because it's like I don't even know like what went wrong. It's like because I felt so good. When you do that, like it kind of sucks, but this sucks worse. What sucks worse is like not doing that because then when I don't, you don't do it. I feel horrible. Like I feel fucking mentally horrible, and it's weird. It's like a paradox. It's like you're like mentally you feel horrible, so you don't want to do the thing that's not going to help. You don't want to do the thing that's going to help you feel okay. So, now I get to tell y'all. I think this is my foot in the right direction. And I'm not going to do any more like hour-long episodes. I'm not going to promise that. But, just a little bit of talking every day. Because, I mean, when I put it out like this to nobody, essentially it's like, it sounds dumb. You know what I mean? Like, when I lay in bed and I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, I feel fucking horrible. Like, fuck everything. Like, I'm just so mad. Like, I fucking hate this. I fucking hate feeling like this. When you sit there in your bed and kind of like lay with it, you're just like, yeah, man, like you're right, dude. This sucks. Your other party is just like, yeah, dude, I totally agree. Like, life sucks. People suck. Everything sucks. When I sit here and like say it out loud, it's just like, it sounds fucking stupid. Like, even just sitting here looking at myself saying, I'm like, this guy should just fucking do it. Like, what the fuck is that difficult about doing it? Like, he obviously gets it. Why the fuck can't he do it, This is healthy. This is like therapy, It's not quite. A therapist usually offers, like, suggestions, but, I'll take this. And, yeah. So, maybe this is where I begin this journey. Now, I did get nervous about, like, telling stories and stuff because when I was like I tried to start like 2 companies in between. I don't even remember the last company I was telling y'all I was going to try to start, but I tried to start like 2 more, like not really start, but built an LLC, had the idea, and never really got going. But where was I going with that? I lost it. Yeah, but I got nervous about telling the stories and stuff, and some of the things I said on my channel because it was like, well, yeah, it's authentically me, and I'm for you being authentically you, and in my case, like, what do I care? But if you attach your name to something, and you like start a company, like maybe the people don't want to like find you online talking about a girl doing ketamine off your stomach while y'all are having sex, or like you stole a car and had people point guns at you and XYZ. And so I kind of got like a little paranoid. I was like, that's not even me, That's not me. These people don't, they're going to think that's me, but that's not actually me. So I deleted everything. But now it's like, fuck. My authenticity is going to be what I think makes it all work. But yeah, some of those stories were just really explicit. So I will keep those in the draft until I find a good enough reason to re-release them. But it didn't even seem too popular. I think my best stories are the ones I left out. But the same goes for my Instagram. With Falco and everything, I'm Patrick Armour. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna hold that thought. This guy lives in the building. He went to rehab. Mitchell, I hope you're doing good, brother. But he had these 2 cats that were just staying in his place, and I take care of them. His dad pays me a little bit every week to take care of them. But I got like blackout drunk the other night, like on a Sunday night. I was with my homie Stone, and we went and watched the Super Bowl, and then we got fucked up because we were hitting on this like she told us she's 51 years old, she's a bartender, and we kept hitting on her, and she kept giving us like free like those like shitty like pre-mixed shots, like the blue and the red shit, and we were at like this like bougie Irish pub, and she kept giving us shots and we kept hitting on her or whatever. And so we got like fucked ass up. And Stone left to go bang some girl. So I ended up at like a cocktail bar on the opposite side of town, like this like little speakeasy. It's got like a door. All it says is like someone will greet you, and like there's a little camera, so you just stand there and like someone comes and opens the door, sits you. It's like one bar and like a couple seats in the back. Really bougie spot. I'll tell you what. There's no fucking menu either. They were just like, "What are you feeling tonight, my friend?" I was like, "Oh, a little bourbon, a little spicy, not too sweet, something to put me to sleep." But as I was sitting there drinking that strawberry concoction he made me, my mic's about to fall again. The dude next to me started talking to me, and he speaks a little Spanish. And when I get drunk, I like to practice my Spanish. And so I kind of started talking to him in Spanish. And basically, he's a bartender from Miami, and they're here for vacation. And then his buddy showed up, and then eventually, we ended up downtown at Morgan Wallen's. I drove, and yeah, I was there till like 1 a.m. But when I got back to the apartment, because I decided to leave, and be responsible, I was like, you got work in the morning, get off of Broadway, you DJing. I'm still trying to screw this fucking mic in. When I got back, I was drunk, and I was thinking about the cats. And so I was like, all right, these fucking cats have been sitting in this, like, condo, and I just see them once a day, like, I'm sick of it. And so I grabbed a cart. Sorry, we're having hardware difficulties here. I grabbed one of those little, like, dolly carts, and I just fucking packed I packed a piece of the couch, like a big piece of his, like, sectional couch, because I was like, they want to smell it. And I stuck it right on top of the cart. I grabbed all their like little beds and shit and stuck it on the cart. I grabbed the whole cat tree, like stuck it on the top. And I took their little dishes and food and shit, threw it on the bottom. And I fucking moved them into my condo, like blackout drunk. I woke up that morning to like the little one like attacking me. I was like, what the fuck is this cat doing here? And it kind of like came back that I moved them in here at like an odd hour of the night. But they seem to like it. They're pretty chill. And, now they get a little more attention than they did. So, yeah, the whole point of that was just to say, there's 2 cats in here. So if you see me looking around, that's because they're, like, bugging out. Anyway, yeah, Instagram and the YouTube stuff, public persona, I get nervous, With Falco, everything, my name is Patrick Armour. That's how I, like, sign my emails. That's how I present myself. But, on Instagram, it's Yuri Armour. And the only reason that is because I got the handle. It's just like Yuri Armour. There's no like dot or underscore or anything. I thought it looked pretty cool. And also, when I lived in Texas, I kind of went through this little stint where I was like, yeah, I'm Yuri, like it sounded cool. I just an identity crisis, wrapped up into like, I don't know, a stage name maybe. But I get nervous, that these like old people on Facebook these marinas, because I'm gonna call them, I'm like, hey, I'm a professional liquidation company, let me solve your problems. And I'm very confident, I like to think like Wolf of Wall Street on the phone, like give them the character, but I'm like, if they look up my fucking Instagram and it's just like what my Instagram is, like they're gonna think I'm a fucking tool. And so I get a little like nervous about that. And that was the main reason I deleted the whole YouTube. It's just because it's bad. But now it's like, who cares, This is for me. I'm going to just do it, This is going to be a part of it. We'll make it all work. So my Instagram, I cleaned it up a little bit. And, yeah. So we've gone over, I guess what I'm up to. Let's see. What else have I been up to? Go to a lot of car meets now. Got a new car. Go to car meets. Go to a couple of takeovers. It's not really everyone's cup of tea. It's where they drop an address like an hour before, and then it's just, and then it's like, next address. I don't know why I go. I mean, I like cars. I just like seeing people do stupid shit, but I don't even like do anything. I just kind of like watch. I've been having some cookouts with the fellas. We cook tacos and shit. I get a couple of my Hispanic buddies to come over, and we drink and cook out. I I met a woman on Hinge, which, don't give me shit, it's fucking Hinge, I get it. Hinge is evil. It wasn't meant to last. I don't think. I really liked her. This was a while back. Met her on Hinge. We energy was good instantly off the messages. Just I was giggling, like smiling at my phone, like messaging back. I told her I'd take her to dinner, and then the night before I was supposed to take her to dinner, I was like, you know what, like we should just get coffee tomorrow morning. You know, a pre-date, a pre-first date. So we went and got coffee, kind of broke the ice during coffee, you know, and then took her to dinner that night. It was great. Had phenomenal sex. Afterwards, maybe too soon, maybe not. She just said the chemistry was there. She felt comfortable. And that became a 2-month spiral of mild obsession, lustful obsession, and a bit of a break for me, like mental break, because I was still on Hinge and stuff, and I think maybe she was still on Hinge and stuff, and at first she was like, I don't want to be in a relationship, you know, I just got out of a long relationship, I'm new to Nashville, you know, if someone comes my way, I'm not going to say no, and I just want to put that out on the table before we even get into this. And I was like, you know what, like, that's cool, thank you for telling me. But then, you know, the little time passes, and she's like, well, you know what, I'm going to walk that back. Maybe actually we should try this, like, commitment thing, or the, you know, exclusive thing. Then we tried that, and then I was on Hinge. She found my other Hinge account. I was just scared that, like, maybe she would, I don't know. I don't know why I still had Hinge. When I was using it, I was like, this is going to be the reason this ends. Like, you know that. Why are you still using it? I was like, I don't know. Validation, maybe. And so she saw that, was like, you know, oh, well, I actually wanted to see other people anyway, and it didn't matter that you had a Hinge. I think it was a little bit of both. That ended, kind of crushed me. Finally, like, reached back out to her a couple months later. This is like actually like right before Christmas, so not too long ago. Reached out, was like, hey, I miss you, you know, or something. Let's go get a beer. Let's go get a coffee. Let's go get a coffee. I wanted to bring it back to the first date, kind of like re-kick that magic up. Coffee place was closed. Got a beer. Took her to get sushi right after the beer. The new sushi spot literally opened like right down the street. I was like, look, I know you're hungry. Like, let's just go get some sushi, you know? Got some sushi. Intimate conversation. She's like, you know, let's go watch a movie at your house. Right back into the trap. And yeah, that lasted 2 more times. She went home for the holidays. Old fling broke up with his girlfriend. End of story. I don't think I'm like well enough to be dating. I saw something on Instagram. It was like, you know, make sure you're well before you're dating. And you know, now I'm just taking the steps in the direction that will get me there. Yeah. So that's just a quick little update. I'm back. So yeah, I'm only doing like 30 minutes. Yeah. Let me know if you made it this far. First of all, if you made it this far, hell yeah. And if you made it this far, just let me know. Y'all want me back? I think I have an answer. Like, I think I know what I'm gonna do anyway, but just let me know, maybe, in the comments. Just comment. Or send me a message, a private message. Not even make it public. Just send me something. Say, Pat, saw your video. Saw you back on the tube. Maybe you should keep posting those. Or maybe be like, Pat, you know, while your first run was initially pretty good, you fell off. You know, nobody wants to see this shit. Your format's too long. You're not posting shorts. You're not gonna work. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all later. Good night. Thanks for tuning in.